Welcome back to Big Brainer Podcast, the place where you're going to learn more about social media, marketing, and how to build a strong online brand through our journey of being entrepreneurs and business owners. My name is Dana Ohana and welcome back. So today I want to speak about your key message, on the definition of your key message and how it's going to really help you to build your brand. So first you need to remember, if on my previous episode I spoke about having a clear business strategy that's going to guide you along the way, have a clear definition of who's your audience, like have a clear niche. Now there's the part of you to understand, okay, now I know who I'm trying to reach out to. And that's really helping you because that's going to help you to know where to find them. And the part that's relevant for here and now is that how you're going to engage with them, how you're going to communicate with them. Because you know them now, you can now have a better understanding of what your key message needs to be about. Okay, what it needs to be around. And your key message needs to be actually around talking about the problem. Okay, so we always say, and you're probably going to hear me so many times repeating it, you want to focus on the problem and not on the solution. And that's where you're coming with your key message. And that's why it's in line with knowing your audience. Because once you know your audience and you know what's the solution you've got to offer, now you need to merge them. And now through them, you need to build a message that you are feeling comfortable to speak about because this is why you came with the solution, right? There's a reason. Understand your why. And I do have an episode about this, about knowing your why. And if you know why you do what you do, you know how you want to speak about the solution. You know on which problem you're focusing on. But you want to have it in line with your audience because there are different people that are going to experience the same type of problem. But they look at the problem from a different angle. They have a different perspective. They have a different point of view about that problem. And that's why it's very important to choose which point of view you want to focus on. That it's relevant to your audience, but also relevant to you. Because you want to create a message that's going to make your audience understand that you see them, that you resonate with them, and they can resonate with you, because that's what's going to help you to build relationship with them. By building a relationship, you're going to gain their trust, and that's how they're going to be loyal to you and your best brand ambassadors. And that is why it's very important for you also to believe in the message. So it's not just to say, oh, my audience is really struggling with social media, so I'm just going to speak about it. No, but why are they struggling? Have a better understanding. Are they struggling because they experienced failure? Because they're not feeling right? They don't get it. They maybe are not tech savvy. They may be because of lack of confidence. There's more to this. So as you can see, there's different point of views you can look at. So when you ask yourself and you're trying to define your key message, so first of all, ask yourself, what is the problem that I'm solving? From which angle I want to look at this? What's my point of view about that problem? And I'll look at your audience and either find the right audience that also resonate with this from the same point of view you're looking at it, or understand which audience you're going to feel that you actually going to have more connection with, that you can understand each other. So write down to yourself, even if it means that you need to pause now the recording, and bring a piece of paper and write down, what is the problem that I'm focusing about, okay, to my solution? And who's the audience that I'm going to solve it to? And then from here, after answering those two questions, understand what type of an emotional connection you want to create. And the reason why I'm saying it, that if in the past people used to first think, then act, and they feel something, which means I know my TV is broken, right? My logic is telling me that my TV is broken, so I'm going to go and buy it. That's the act. After buying it, then I can think to myself, okay, how do I feel about this? Does it make me feel good? Yes, no. Am I angry at my decision? Am I happy for my decision? Am I excited for my decision? Whatever I feel. That was in the past. In the last 10 years or more, it actually changed and shifted to decide that we first feel, then we act, and then we actually think. And I always give the example of moms, right? Because they always try to make her feel guilty. Are you a good mom? Are you doing the best as you can for your kid, right? And once she get that feeling that she's maybe not good enough, or she wants to be better, or she wants like society to look at her different, whatever it is behind it, she goes buy the product, and then she start to think, was I making the right decision for my child? Yes, no. So when you want to build and create that connection with your audience, you need to choose a message that also is going to be that's going to also get your audience to create and have a certain type of an emotion. But you need to decide upfront what type of emotion. So if, for example, if I'm going to speak on different topics around social media, I maybe want to get my audience to feel frustrated, maybe overwhelmed. Those type of feeling that then I can come with my solution and solve it for them and help them to feel that they don't need to be overwhelmed as they used to be in the beginning, or they maybe don't need to feel insecure or whatever type of feeling. So if I go back again, write down to yourself, what is like the problem that you're solving? Okay. From which angle you want to attack it? Who's your audience that you're solving it to? And how your audience experienced that problem. And then from here, write down what is the type, or even it can be more than one type of an emotion you want your audience to experience, you think that they're going to experience. That you can come with your content, that you can come with your key message and relax them, reassure them that it's all going to be okay. All they need to do is just listen to you, follow you, get your product or service, and everything's going to be sorted. Okay? So think about like that. As well, your key message will be around a certain story you want to tell. Because if you maybe remember on my previous episode about branding, I said a brand is a story. Your key message needs to tell the story. You want to put it out there. So for example, if I call this podcast Big Brander, it's because this is part of my story, this is part of my strategy. I want to give you as many tools as I can that you can overcome all your fears and build your brand by yourself, that you can become that big brander. So think about it from your business. By the way, if you're not sure, you're more than welcome to message me either here on the podcast or reach out to me on the different social media platform. Just search for Big Consulting and you can find me pretty much everywhere. YouTube, Pinterest, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, you name it. But that's the thing. If you're not sure, ask. But I really want you to think about your audience and think about yourself and how you can find a message that it's tailored together, that they can merge together. So as I said, your message needs to be something that you feel the connection to, and to make sure that your audience that you're focusing on also feel the same and understand from what you see, what's the type of emotions that are coming out. And that from there are going to help you, by the way, to choose the right content strategies as well. Because your content strategy and the content that you're going to use on all the different social media platforms are need to support it. They need to be in line with us. So everything you're going to do now needs to be and speak the same language. There's a reason why you have a certain brand identity, which is your logo and things like that, that also needs to support your key message. This is part of your foundation as well, right? Because now if I come to you to, no matter what it is, to follow you on Instagram, YouTube, whatever it is, I want to make sure that you use this and speak about the same thing. From different angles, from different point of view, share more, that's fine. But your message is the same. You won't like to come to an account that one day the message is about like how to look good, and the next day it's how to cook certain things and how doing certain things that are not even relevant to what you're trying to achieve. That's why your key message needs to support your audience, and as well it needs to support your business strategy, the bigger picture, because it needs to help you to get there. That's what's going to also get you there. That's what's also going to help you to attract the right audience, right? So write it down to yourself. What am I trying to reach, like to achieve here? Okay. So if I'll try to sum it up, okay, you want to choose a message that's focused on the problem and not on the solution. Use a message that you feel that you are resonating to it, and make sure you're finding the right audience that will. And of course, make sure you support your business strategy, which is what you're trying to achieve in the long run. And really think about what are the type of different emotions that are gonna come out of it. The nice part here as well is that when you start with something that you feel that that's what your audience thinks, and then you start creating that content, and you can either understand along the way that my audience do understand me, so I'm on the right track, or maybe they're not, and I'm missing something. That's the part when you want to listen to your audience, because you want your audience to feel a connection to you. Because as I said, if they're connected to you, they can build relationship with you. If they can build relationship with you, it means they trust you. And if they trust you, it means that they feel that they're part of your community, which means that they're gonna be there for your brand no matter what. Because they trust you. Because they want to listen to you. Because you see them. But in order for them to feel all of that, you need to speak their language. For you to speak their language, you need to make sure that you have the right key message to them. You have a message that's focused on what they experience as a problem. You want to have a message that touch the different emotions that they feel. That you trigger the right emotions, and you're not creating a chaos that you won't be able to solve. You're triggering emotions that you can make them feel better after. You don't want to create a type of an emotional feeling that they're gonna get stuck with us and the solution is not gonna come. But as I said, remember, people first feel, then act, they think. Okay, follow through that. That's something you need to bear in mind when you create. And really focus on creating content that supports your strategy, that supports your audience. You always listen to the audience, you make the right changes, but you also listen to yourself. Because if you're not going to listen to yourself along the way, you're not going to be authentic. And then how can they trust you, right? You want to make sure that you resonate with yourself, you resonate with what you do, and you find the right audience that will also resonate with us. That's the most important thing. And remember, people don't like any more direct sales. So don't focus on the solution. Focus on the problem. If you're going to sell me directly, you're going to lose me. That's why it's very important, as I say, to find the right audience that you can resonate with each other. Because people buy from people, and they buy from people they have a connection with, that they trust, that they build a relationship. So focus on that. And as I said, if you're not sure, you're more than welcome to reach out to me, and I'll help you and I'll guide you through the definition of your key message. So hope you have some takeaways. Would love to hear your feedback. If there's any topics you're interested that I'm going to speak about and share, please let me know. And I hope to see you on my other social media platform. And good luck with defining your key message and making sure you're communicating with the right audience that is right for you and you're right for them. It's not just one who's right to the one side. It's actually a connection that you're trying to build there. That's the part when you want to build a community around your brand, because this is how you can build a strong online brand.